The Bajaj Pulsar is without a doubt one of the longest running nameplates in the Indian automotive industry. And it all started way back in 2001 when Bajaj launched the definitely male Pulsar 150 and 180 models. Now over the years, the Pulsar family has grown leaps and bounds and it now has a wide range of motorcycles. Now what you see here is the latest member of the Pulsar family, but it's not necessarily a big bike. You see, this is the Bajaj Pulsar 125, so that means Bajaj has gone a size smaller with its latest Pulsar. So the obvious question is it really a step backwards, or is there something really special about this Pulsar 125? Well, we're here to ride it, so let's find out. Now because it's a Pulsar, so the design is all familiar. It looks exactly like the 150cc variant. The digital instrument cluster is lifted directly from the 152. In fact, it also gets clip-on handlebars, which is a segment first. The only difference is the fuel tank capacity, as here it's 11.5 liters versus 15 liters on the 150. But you see, the tank dimensions are unchanged. It's just that the 125's tank has a longer and narrower neck, which reduces the volume. And Bajaj has been quite clever here because a smaller tank capacity means less fuel, and that also means the curb weight is down by around 3 kilos automatically. All told, there's no real fault in the design of the Pulsar 125 and it still looks good and the proportions are right. Personally though, I feel this design is getting a little too long in the tooth. It's been around for a decade and that means it looks very common and uninteresting. Now the engine is also based on the same platform as the Pulsar 150s, so that means it has the same internals, only that it's running a shorter stroke. So the stroke is shorter by 10 mm, but the bore is exactly the same. And the engine produces nearly 12 bhp and 11 Nm of torque. Now as per Bajaj, this is the most powerful engine in its category, and that's why its performance is the best. Now sure, it's the most powerful engine in its segment, but at 140 kilos, this motorcycle is also the heaviest bike in its category. Having said that, the motor has a very relaxed nature and power delivery is linear. The NVH levels are quite impressive too, and the handlebars only start vibrating after 6000 rpm. You can reach to an indicated top speed of 105 kmph, but it feels the happiest cruising at around 80 kmph. Overall, I'd say the performance is decent for city usage, but don't expect anything thrilling. Since the chassis hardware is shared with the Pulsar 150, the 125 feels familiar in terms of ride and handling. The ride quality is plush and the handling is neutral. However, the soft suspension setup makes it a little twitchy at high speeds. But apart from that, it's a very comfortable motorcycle to ride in town. More than anything though, its road manners are more mature than any other 125 motorcycle, and this is something that I believe sets it apart from the rest of the commuters. The front disc brake offers strong bite and its performance is good. Combined braking system is standard and it also comes with a lower variant that has drum brakes on both wheels. However, we suggest you buy the one with the disc brake. So the Pulsar 125 then, it's not an extraordinary bike in any way, and we don't expect it to be. But having said that, because it works on a tried and tested formula, there's nothing wrong with it either. So all in all, what it does then, it makes the aspirational Pulsar brand even more accessible to the masses. And in that regard, I think it'll get the job done and bring more volumes for the Pulsar family.
That rhythm.